Over a century ago, the RMS Titanic tragically sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, taking over 1,500 lives with it. Since that fateful night, scientists, engineers, and explorers have been fascinated by the possibility of retrieving this iconic ship from its watery grave. Could modern science make the impossible possible? Today, we'll dive into the most creative, mind-blowing ideas that just might raise the Titanic back to the surface. One of the most ambitious ideas: using liquid nitrogen to freeze the Titanic and bring it up as a single, giant block of ice. Imagine this. Scientists propose building a metal mesh around the wreck to protect its fragile structure. Then, liquid nitrogen, pumped 12,500 feet down, would rapidly freeze the water surrounding the ship. The Titanic would essentially become a solid block of ice, capable of floating to the surface as one cohesive piece. But here's the catch: the amount of liquid nitrogen needed is mind-boggling. Freezing a wreck over 1,000 feet long and weighing 46,000 tons would require thousands of tanker trucks and miles of specialized pipelines to pump the nitrogen down. The challenges of building this infrastructure on the ocean floor, and making sure the nitrogen stays in liquid form under immense pressure, make this an engineering feat that's never been attempted before. Another wild idea: displacing the water inside the Titanic's hull with materials lighter than water, like wax or even ping-pong balls. In theory, this could help float the wreck back to the surface. But let's get real, the logistics are challenging. Wax could solidify inside the pipes, creating blockages. And those ping-pong balls? They'd implode under the ocean's crushing pressures, thousands of feet below the surface. Not to mention, the Titanic's interior layout is a complex maze of compartments and voids, making it nearly impossible for these materials to spread evenly and fully displace the water. Even though it's a creative idea, it faces nearly insurmountable obstacles. Now, one of the most straightforward approaches is the cable lifting method. The idea is simple: massive maritime salvage cranes mounted on surface ships would attach cables to the Titanic's wreck and winch it upwards. Sounds easy, right? Not so fast. First off, the Titanic weighs over 46,000 tons and lies at a depth of over 12,500 feet. The cables would need to be made from ultra-strong, heavy-duty synthetics like ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene, resistant to both corrosion and immense pressure. But the biggest challenge? Attaching the cables securely. The Titanic is not in one piece, it's broken into two massive sections, and raising such a fragile structure without it disintegrating further would be incredibly difficult. These bold and imaginative ideas show us how far human ingenuity can go. But the question remains: can we truly raise the Titanic from its grave, or will it forever rest in the cold depths of the Atlantic? Only time will tell if these groundbreaking concepts will become a reality, or remain ambitious dreams. One thing's for sure: the quest to retrieve the Titanic is far from over. What do you think? Should we attempt to raise the Titanic? Or should we let it rest in peace, a relic of history preserved underwater? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries.